Hello, sorry for the long delay, guys, but finally, LarAgent 0.5 is here, and it comes with a really great new feature which allows us to expose our AI agents as API endpoints, which is compatible with OpenAI API's structure, and so is accessible for any OpenAI clients, would it be in Python or maybe some UI. So today I'm gonna show you how to use OpenWebUI for testing and developing your LarAgent agents. Let's get started. We have here a fresh Laravel installation and also LarAgent installed, and I already set my OpenAI API key. To not to waste your time on the details, you can always check the quick start page on LarAgent. It's just 2 commands to run and set the OpenAI API key in your .env file or any other provider you need. And of course, you will need to have the OpenWebUI installed. It is a open source project which comes with UI to use different models, including Ollama. So I mainly use it with Ollama. It is composer based and very easy to install. So if you have not yet, just check the internet for the video instructions, or I will put the article in description of this video where you can check how to install and run the OpenWebUI with Ollama. So for now I have here only the Ollama models, and of course I can use them here just by typing, as it's very similar to ChatGPT's interface, so it's already familiar. So let's start creating our first agent with, of course, with PHP artisan make agent command, and let's just create some PirateAgent as my favorite example agent name, and open it up. It is a new LarAgent agent with default instructions and or everything else. We will keep the in-memory history because we don't need to manage history on ourselves, since OpenWebUI already does it. And I will use the LarAgent documentation to expose this agent from as an API. So for it, I will use the multi-agent controller, which is more comfortable with such UIs, since we have a ability to expose with different models and different agents. So let's just copy this code and create a new controller here with a PHP artisan controller. No, open web UI controller. And here we need to put a PirateAgent, and by default PirateAgent uses GPT 4.1 nano model, but we can also add the mini and the normal one. So in case we use only the agent name, it will be default model used, which is set via provider or via the agent class itself. So in this case, here will be used the nano model, and this which will use the mini, and of course this one will use the GPT 4.1. So besides this, we will need to add the new roles in the API, and multi-agent as a single agent controller. Multi-agent controller comes with two different methods: it's completion and models. The completion is main method where the requests are coming, but models method is needed to list all models available to. So add some things here to choose from. So let's copy this code as well and paste in our routes API. And let's, yeah, I guess pretty normal. We will just use here our OpenWebUI controller. And of course, we will need to serve our project to make it available. So now we are just going to the OpenWebUI and open the admin panel, then open the settings and connections. So here OpenWebUI gives us ability to add some new connections, for example with an OpenAI as well. So besides the Ollama is the default API which is already connected, but besides the Ollama we can use any OpenAI-compatible API here to add. So let's just add a new connection. I will remove the old one and add the new, where the base URL should be host Docker, because by default it is, as we said, in the Docker environment, so Docker can't directly access the localhost. We will need for it the this URL. So it is the localhost for the Docker and our port where our LarAgent API test project are running right now. So just paste any text, type any text in the key. It's not matter, doesn't matter for now because we don't use any keys. And for the model IDs, we don't need, since we have a models endpoint. Okay, I will need to add here the API and v1, since we have here v1 as well. Yep, it did. So connection is successful. Just save it and go back to the new chat, and yeah, now we have the PirateAgent available here. So let's first just give any text message, hello, and let it answer. Hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, it's a make new chat and some changes to our PirateAgent, and let's say you are friendly and fun pirate. Let's get back to our PirateAgent, and for example now let's choose the GPT-4.1 mini and just ask, who are you? Yeah, it started to talk like a pirate and said that it is a friendly and fun pirate. So besides the default implementation, our new feature allows many the most most of the configurations OpenAI has. So anything here, including streaming, top P, I know, frequency penalty is supported. So anything here can be customized. For example, we can set the streaming on, and let's ask something else and see that streaming, how the streaming works. So tell me a pirate poem about, you know, ships. Yep, as you can see, the streaming worked, and the most important part about the client implementation is that everything is defined as the default, can be changed by the client. So if, for example, we have here instructions and model, as we saw, the model can be overridden, but instructions as well can be overridden by the client. So for example, if I add some system prompt in my OpenWebUI, and let's say that you are helpful assistant with great English knowledge. So now the system prompt, so the instructions will be overridden, and our pirate agent will become an English tutor with really good skills. So let's test it. How can I say unfortunately in English? So it is not a pirate anymore and can teach us really good English. So that's it. Besides this multi-agent and single-agent controllers, there's different new features in the LarAgent 0.5, but it is the most important for me because it gives us the ability to use any OpenAI clients, including LangChain, for example, or UI or LibreChat, or anything you already use with other OpenAI providers, and other LLM providers can be used now with the LarAgent. It gives us ability to test more, test better, and of course it allows us to add tools as well. For example, you can have some tools by on the LarAgent side and on the client side as well, and both tools will work. We tried a lot to get it done, and it is done by the Phantom tools. So any client tool registered, the client tool will be registered as a Phantom tool, and it will be not executed on the LarAgent side. Instead, it will come back with a tool call message and will be executed on the client side. So for example, if you add here some search capabilities or image or something else, it will work as nice as it should. That's it for today. I hope you will like the new features, and of course your feedback, any suggestions is more than welcome. So write the comments, subscribe to the channel, and happy coding.